Get ready. The fantasy football playoffs next week.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you are going to be looking to clinch a playoff spot, to talk some shit, beat your league opponent, get it ahead of your friend, your brother, your cousin, your sister, your auntie in the league freaking standings. We're making it all happen.
Beat their ass.
Right here.
Right
now. With the Week 14 fantasy football rankings. Once again, we hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. And I'm sorry that we told you to bet a David Montgomery touchdown because it's the only game of the season. The only Lions running backs haven't scored. Imagine that.
Against his own fucking former team.
Yeah,
too.
what a
Isn't that
damn
funny?
shame.
God.
But now that Thanksgiving is concluded, I will not be doing Thursday games, so no Packers, no Lions.
Half the rankings gone.
just there. Let's not talk about Baltimore, Houston, Indy, Denver, Washington, New England, all on a bye. Hey, my running backs are wild. And I know a lot of you are going to be dealing with bye weeks, but we got you. I got some crazy ones. I can't wait to get to the running backs, actually, because my top 10 is fucking wild.
Is it pocket? That's how wild it is.
Yeah.
But he's throwing elbows on the podcast.
Yo, JT, you about to get it. Dead ass. But now, let's get right into it. No more fucking around. Make sure you guys are giving to our toy drive. This will be going on from now through December 20th. All the toys donated need to be new and unwrapped toys to a boy, to a girl of any age. Those will benefit the youth in East Boston that need a little bit of extra love this Christmas. Their families might not be able to afford to do so. So if you can go by Five Below or Target, grab a gift that you might have liked as a kid, or maybe a gift that you think a kid might like, feel free to let us know and we'll come and pick that up. Or you can come and hang out with us December 14th. Twan's back. Limbo in that ankle was going to be fine.
We'll be A-okay, buddy. I'll be kicking people's heads off in the corner.
Be kicking Ken's head off. Tight ends. Like you said, the tight ends has definitely been the funnest list to talk about.
So remember the beginning of the season? We're like, they all fucking suck. And
Yeah.
now here we are.
They
at the
did.
End. We're like, dude, these guys are nasty.
Yeah, I mean, it took them some time. At 10, Kyle Pitts. No Kyle Pitts in your rankings. Look, I thought he was going to ball out last week versus the Chargers. Wasn't the case. I definitely think that Kyle Pitts deserves a spot here in the top 10. Playing in a dome, I feel like caters to his skill set. Obviously, opponents are going to focus in on Drake London and Bijan. Feel like it could be a Mooney and Pitts game trying to get those guys involved. We're due for a big Mooney game.
We're so fucking due, dude.
At 9, this is where I have Cade Otton versus the Raiders. This is a team that lets up versus the tight ends. Couple of disconnected plays from the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, but you connect on those, and it's a different story. I think Cade Otton gets in the end zone versus the Raiders this week. At 8, I got Njoku. No, it's a tough matchup versus Pittsburgh, and he caught a shit ton of impactful plays when they played in the snow game on Thursday. I think Pittsburgh will focus in on that a little bit more, but, I mean, this dude is still a matchup nightmare regardless. At 7, this is where I have Jonnu. I mean, Jonnu, this is a disrespectful positioning, honestly, for how hot Jonnu Smith has been. I just feel really freaking good about the tight ends this week. And 6, I got Goddard. Great matchup going against Carolina. This is a team that's kind of been banged up at the wide receiver position. I know Carolina is going to focus in on Saquon Barkley running the football, so might be a great day to run some play action, some bootleg wheel routes with Dallas Goddard down the sidelines for a couple big plays.
Love a Goddard pick there. Steve, at 10, I'm going Will Dissly. I'm just going to mix him in. He put up a goose egg last week, so it's only right that he makes the rankings this week.
Your rankings.
That's just how it goes.
Rankings,
That's just how it goes. I know he's at 1 on your list. We already know.
Yeah.
At 9, TJ. I got Hawkinson here at 9.
Ooh, a little low.
Janice has got to go off at some point, right?
Does he?
Yes, he does.
Right, guys?
He does. Come on, guys. We fucking need the thing. At 8.
Don't do it. I don't even.
Trey McBride.
Oh,
I know you love him.
Change that shit right now.
I know you love him this week. I do. He went off against Seattle last time. He went off. Think they might focus in on him a little bit more here, giving him almost the Njoku treatment that you had him on there.
So what? Give me a stat line here, because this might have to be a bet.
6 catches, 46 yards.
Do you want to bet over 58.5?
Is that the over-under?
No, I just made it.
58.5?
Oh, well, I was going to say 70. You said 46, so I was just trying to meet in the middle. 58. You want to bet that for a little $10 4 o'clock one?
Oh, do I want to bet
Yeah.
on something? Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
All right, we'll see if we can add anything to that.
All right.
Right now, Trey McBride setting the line 58.5. He goes over that, I get paid. He goes under that, you get paid.
Well, you may want another leg on that right now because I got Travis Kelce at 7.
Oh my God! No, I'm gonna stick with my one for now.
Stick with that one. All right, so I got Kelce
still.
here at 7. Listen, it's no disrespect there. It's just like I really like the tight end
Derwin
matchup
James,
this week.
bro.
Dude, Derwin James is going to body slam his ass again. That is going to be sick, dude. He's literally going to knock the Pfizer right out of him.
Yeah.
We're going to 6. 6, I got Goddard as well, dude.
Okay.
I love Goddard.
5 is where I have Hawkinson. I like the matchup going against Atlanta. I have to think that they're going to blanket coverage JJ, and I just think he's the second best pass catcher that they have there. 4 is where I have McBride, and I really honestly wanted to have him 1, but how could I disrespect Brock Bowers like that?
Dude.
Absolutely
He's the
cannot.
GOAT, dude.
Dude, what do you have, 13 catches last
Dude,
week?
first season of the year, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
He's the
I
GOAT.
know, and look, this is the same conversation we had last year with Laporta and how I felt about Kelce. Bowers is going to be drafted in rounds like 4 or 5, and like I'm just not going to be able to do it because I would rather find the next Bowers rather than
Keeper at 10.
Yeah, I have him as a keeper. I think later than that, if you want me to be honest.
Dude,
yeah.
that is a bucket.
Yeah.
An absolute
Well, like
bucket.
the tough thing for me is like it's either him or Jaden, and Jaden's a 9.
So I'm literally the same thing. I had 10 and 9, and it's Bowers and Jaden.
Yeah. 3, I do have Kelce. Look, he just balls in the division. Look, he might not have like the 7 catch game, but he's probably gonna see the end zone. I'm not gonna wager on it. I like my little wager.
Okay.
I like my McBride wager. 2, I got Kittle. Dude, after they asked him in the post-game presser, like, oh, how come you only got like 2 targets this game versus Buffalo? This dude's going to catch 6 balls this week. He's absolutely going to annihilate the Chicago Bears, and I don't think it'll be close in that one. And 1, as I alluded to, Brock Bowers against Tampa.
That's a lock. I can tell you right now, Brock Bowers is 1. At 5, I got David Njoku. Listen, he's such a focal point in that offense, and I know Jameis is just going to like find himself slinging the football all game at some point. Doesn't matter if the interceptions are coming. He is just going to sling it and still have yards. So I'm going to give Njoku the beneficiary of that. 5. Jonnu Smith at 4. Dude, I know they're playing the Jets, and the Jets can be tricky against the tight ends, but like, dude, why do I feel like it's him and Achane, and like the Dolphins don't really got much else? Like, it's literally those two guys.
Like, dude, they played real. The Dolphins played really well in Green Bay. For the conditions, I mean, Tua played nearly perfect. What do you have? 340. Achane had 50 receiving yards. I know they didn't have, too much of a ground game, but Jonnu balled, Waddle balled, Tyree caught a crazy touchdown. You just got down too much, like in that game, to really overcome it. So
that's the way Green Bay wanted to play the game too, is go up and just pound the rock. So
yeah,
they did a good job of that. I had 4 with Jonnu. 3, I got Cade Otton.
Love it.
I just
love it.
I love how this guy's played all season long.
You think I disrespected him in my spot?
A little, but you know what? It is what it is. You like how the tight ends are cooking this week. I get it. But I'm putting Otton above Kelce because he's based.
Yeah.
I love Cade Otton, dude. I think he's played super well, and just like the way he stepped up when Evans and Godwin went out, and the fact that Evans is back and he's still producing, love to see it. 2, I got Kittle. You said it perfectly. This guy's going to absolutely go off next week. Might be a 2 touchdown candidate. Brock Bowers at 1. He's the best tight end in the league.
Absolutely. Quarterbacks. 12, I got Geno.
Okay.
Don't feel great about it.
Okay.
But enough that like, can he have like 200, a passing touchdown, like 16 points? Yeah. I mean, I don't. What are you projecting for like your 12th spot as far as like fantasy points go? Like, you don't gotta go too
18?
in depth, but okay. So
18,
like
something
16
like
range isn't too bad. 11, I got Mahomes. Just don't think he can afford to play poorly in this division matchup. 1, because if the Chiefs were to lose 4 games down the stretch and the Chargers win this one, like it could have some implications here. So just know that his best ball was going to be expected. 10, I have Kyler going against Seattle. They play better at home. He's going to feed McBride. It's going to make me. It's a 4 o'clock game. And usually when we have the late parlays, I'll make sure it's drawn up for you for the 8 o'clock. We'll have a nice one. I'll try and keep it easy on the payout, so I'm not rubbing it in too much. But
No, listen, I'm giving you a free 10-legger.
Yeah.
It's better be to win $840 billion.
Sounds good. Since the Sandbox Studios nationwide.
Yep.
9, I got Russ going against Cleveland. I kind of feel like you might have Russ a little bit higher, but I feel like this is a fair spot. Still a division game. I'm not expecting 300-400 yards from him, but 250 plus and 2 touchdowns. Yeah,
We're so back with Russell Wilson, man. We're so
crazy.
back.
It's absolutely wild. 8, I got Tua going against the Jets. Home versus the Jets. I know that like they didn't win the last game, but like there's just not many bright spots. They're just praying for pride at this point, the Jets are, but Miami actually has implications. As dramatic as their season was, they can still get in. Need a lot of help for that to happen, but Chan plays well and Tua plays well when they're home, and honestly, that's all you really need to control the game. At 7, this is where I have Justin Herbert going against Kansas City. Feel a little bit better. I think he's going to play better than he did in the game versus Atlanta this past week, and division game, him and Jim Harbaugh know what's at stake. They got to get it done here.
Dude, I'm looking at my rankings.
And who'd you forget?
There's 5 J's in the top 6. Just saying. 5 people who start with the name J.
Okay.
12. I got Caleb Williams here at 12.
Okay.
He stepped up his game. The Bears,
Mush!
the Bears are way more than due, and it's going to come to the Niners' expense at some point. So, like, I don't know who wants it more in that game, but we'll find out because neither are making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Sick. Chalk that bet up for a win, buddy. Chalk that up for a win. We rubbed it in this weekend when I went down there.
God,
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Rubbed that right in. I got Caleb here at 12. Playing San Fran, I think he stepped up his game a lot, and I like the improvements that I've seen, so I think they're going to try and keep it going there. Eberflus just got fired, so we'll see. It's your favorite thing?
Nah,
Is the coach
not,
not this one?
Nah.
Only not for the Bears.
Bro, there's nothing there that makes me want to take them over a 49ers team that is still... I don't want to say that they're like out because like they could still win their division, which is crazy.
That's the only way they get in the playoffs, though, is they have to win their division.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I got 11. I got Kyler, so not too far off where you had him at 10. I think he's going to play pretty well this week. It'll be a competitive game. No Geno in the rankings, so the Cardinals may be sniping that one. Sam Darnold, I got at 10. Listen, I think teams do really, really well in the passing game against Atlanta.
Little low.
Little low. That's what I want to hear, dude, from my starting fantasy quarterback right now. Brock Purdy's taking a back seat to Uncle Sam Darnold, man. I'm telling you. I think I'm older than Sam Darnold, which is crazy. Sam Darnold I got here at 10. Brock Purdy I got 9 in the same game. I'm literally benching Brock Purdy for Sam Darnold, so I don't know what my thought was in putting those two. But that's literally what's going on here.
My God.
Yeah, I think Purdy's just like they're going to rely on him to play well. I think he's going to at least get 2 passing touchdowns. Both might get the Kittle, so they're going to rely on him heavy in this game. 8, I got Russell Wilson, so not too far off where you had him. Like the matchup against the Browns this week, but I just think that the Steelers, like, they got to go out and they got to go get the Browns back for that loss. I just think it's going to be a little bit more methodical as to why I'm not putting Russ up higher. 7, I got Pat Mahomes. I think they got to go make a statement this week. None of the games have been pretty. Maybe they lose, but I think the offense clicks.
Yeah, they need to. This got to be a big game for Hopkins.
Yep.
6, I got Baker going against Vegas. Like, this is the team that's going to...
I'm sorry. Real quick. The new lock, by the way, the new Mooney lock, is Hopkins over on yards. Because his over-under on yards every game is like 39, 41. He literally gets over 50 every game. I'm telling you, it's a lock.
This week he's going to get it. I always looked at like the receptions because his first game in, like they just kind of force-fed him the ball. So I'm like, is that like what his role was going to be here? But I like him for 40-plus any week. And like I'm pretty sure last week that was just like minus 180. So like,
dude,
I'll
40
take that
plus
line.
is minus 115.
Yeah. Well,
It's literally pretty much a pick 'em.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, dude, lock anything. Lock that in.
Versus Shaq Jones.
Forget about it, buddy. Jack Jones, like...
Yeah, right? Stop it. 6 is Baker going against Vegas. He's going to find a way to eat up Jack Jones, and K. Dalton will be the method as such. But you'll also hear a big name in the running back rankings that's not Bucky Irving.
Sean Tucker.
5, Jalen Hurts going against Carolina. I mean, I can't not have him here. But something also makes me think that this is too big of a spread. I know this game is in Philly, so like...
What's the number?
12.
I'm loving Carolina on that line.
Yeah.
Loving Carolina on that.
Saquon
might put up 40 himself, though. That's
I know. I know. 4 is where I have Sam Darnold. So I think he's going to ball, but in the same game right above him, 3 is Kirk Cousins.
Oh, shit.
Kirk go chains.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So look, week 14, we're getting bold. We're getting wonky.
We're trying to clinch playoffs for these guys.
Oh, we're trying to win you leagues. And this is the top 12 to do so. I think both of these guys ball out. I think they have to have 250 plus for their teams to stay competitive in this one. 2 is Joe Burrow versus Dallas. The Bengals, you can finally win a game. You can beat Dallas.
Yep.
And 1, Josh Allen in LA. I really, really, really wanted to have Matthew Stafford in this rankings.
They might.
I didn't. Geno was the debate at 12. I went with a slight edge just because of the Bills' D.
Yeah. I also think Kyron might be the guy to go off for the Rams this week, so we'll see.
Yeah.
They've struggled against the run game a little bit, so they might try and expose it. 6, I do the Thursday games. I got Jared Goff. It's Jared Goff, man. He's going to be in these rankings. He plays well every week except for one time when he threw 5 picks, and then he followed the game up with a fucking 400-yard and 4-touchdown performance. So
Yep.
I got Jared Goff here at 6. I got Baker at 5, not too far off of where you had him. He's a producer, bro. He plays really, really well, and he always gets himself into these rankings somehow. So, productive player. Listen, the guy might be a little banged up. I don't expect him not to play. He's like one of the toughest dudes out there. 4, I got Jalen Hurts. Again, not too far off where you had him. How can you not against Carolina? He'll get a rushing touchdown. They'll be able to throw. They'll try and get the passing game involved this week. I expect Devonta Smith to be able to suit up this week. Maybe he gets actively involved.
He has to.
Jordan Love, I got a 3. I sneaky think Packers might snipe this one from the Lions. It's going to be a competitive game, but I think that there is a good chance the Packers snipe it, and I think the way to do it is through the air. I think Josh Jacobs is going to have a tough go this week.
If the Packers win the toss, they have to elect to receive the ball and literally throw a ball to Jaden Reed the first play of the game.
First play. Just open it up. Show them that they want to go. 100%.
This is the game that we're going to play. If you don't bring that energy, we're going to be doing this all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Watson could have a big day. He's not on the rankings, but could have a big day.
I like Dobbs this week, too. If he gets healthy, I like Dobbs this week. 2, I got Josh Allen. Think he's going to go off. I think Joe Burrow's about to have a 500-yard, 5-touchdown, legendary performance.
I actually think
Dallas.
it's a huge Chase Brown day.
I think Chase Brown's going to go off, too.
Eat.
But there is a guy that... Yeah, there's a guy that I expect to have a better game than Chase Brown on that team.
At 20. This is usually the one that we're aligned on. I don't think it's going to happen this week.
I don't think so either.
Chuba.
Close.
Chuba Hubbard here at 20. Look, the Eagles is not a defense that you really want to be running against, but I mean, look, you're taking out Josh Jacobs, Gibbs, Monty, Mondre, B-Rob, Jonathan Taylor, Joe Mixon, Derrick Henry. Guys, I'm giving you the best list
You're
I can.
Scraping right now. Scraping from the barrel.
Legit. Hubbard here at 2019. Aaron Jones. Like, if I'm a Jones owner, I'm really disappointed right now. Look, I know he caught a touchdown last week or got in the end zone at the end of the game. He hasn't been running the ball as efficiently, effectively as you would have liked. I know he gets you about 50 rushing yards a game, but there's just been more involvement from the backup running back position than I would have liked to see, and Cam Akers has been a bum. So I'm like, if he's getting involved, like, how you really feel about AJ?
No Aaron Jones.
Don't blame you. 18. It's been the first time in a couple of weeks. Najee Harris here at 18.
Najee Harris. That's a good one.
Yeah, I have him here. I did really want to have Jalen Warren here. Like, I've been riding like the Warren. Dude, his 50 rushing and receiving yards for him is a lock every single freaking
It's minus
week.
300 now. That's the problem.
Is it?
It's getting to be that.
I didn't last week when I got it. It was not that. I obviously didn't see the lines this week.
What the hell did you get it at? I might have got in late.
Oh well, yeah. We'll have to check out after.
It.
Yeah. But no, I mean, Najee's still been playing well. He just hasn't been finding the end zone consistently enough.
Mm-hmm.
Would like to see that a little bit more.
Last week was the week to fucking go off.
You ain't kidding. 17 is I got Pacheco here, so no Kareem Hunt in the rankings. Look, Pacheco didn't play as much as I wanted him to last week. I think he could get in the end zone this week. Feel like you have to get him a little bit more acclimated. Like, if he's healthy to be on the field, like, get this dude ready for the playoffs. Like, your team was at their best this year when he was playing and playing well. So run the freaking ball with Pacheco. 16, crazy to have him above Pacheco, but I got Rico Dowdle here. I just kind of feel like he's been involved. Another rushing and receiving guy for over 50. It's like not like a horrible line either.
It's another one we said at the beginning of the year. It's not going to be Dalvin. It's not going to be Zeke. It's going to be Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
So now you listen.
Come on. Absolutely.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, like an end zone trip makes his day like a pretty extravagant day. So, I mean, 16 here in the rankings, knowing all the guys that are missing, I feel like that's a pretty respectable spot. Right above him, 15, the Giants, Tracy. I do feel like he's kind of earned a spot in here. I know he didn't go for crazy yardage, but did get in the end zone on Thanksgiving. But that was still not enough for the New York Giants to beat the Dallas Cowboys.
I felt so dumb betting on the Giants. Like, as the game started, I'm like, I can't believe I thought Drew Lock had a chance.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's worse than Tommy DeVito.
I was going to say, and everyone was asking why Drew Lock hasn't been in all year. That's why.
Found out.
That's why. I didn't need to see him play to tell you that's what was going to go down.
I thought it was going to be better than that. Wow.
14, DeAndre Swift. The 49ers haven't been great against the run. I just kind of feel like he has to be involved for like screen passes, outside runs, and like just the bustability. But I mean, when you're going against Fred Warner and they're starting to get some of their defenders back a little bit more healthy, it doesn't really boast well for the most successful day. 13, same game. Isaac Guerrero.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's your guy, huh?
I mean, Jordan Mason and CMC are on IR. Who else is it going to be?
Dude, I was thinking DeMarcado.
Oh.
I was like, what are you fucking
No, yeah. No, I think Guerrero, I mean, he's available in 95% of fantasy leagues, so like he's on your waivers. Obviously, you know, with Mason and CMC both on IR, they're probably going to work in somebody else with him, but we've seen he can catch the ball. He has the longest run this year that isn't scored as a touchdown, something to keep in mind. And, I mean, he can hit that 20-plus MPH, miles per hour, on a big play. So you love to see big playability on an offensive line that you know can make some gaping holes for you. 12, I got Pollard. I think it's a big day for Pollard after the Titans had to abandon the ground game last week, just being down fucking 45 points in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. In 11, I have Kenneth Walker. He's lucky that Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Monty, Sonic and Knuckles, Jonathan Taylor, even Mondre. You
get that right.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker better start getting shit right because he's gonna be closer to the 20 if he don't get his shit together. It's fantasy playoffs, guy. Like you're a top 4 round pick. Like you got to stop producing. He gets the opportunities.
That's why I had to upgrade. Like, dude, he was my receiver. He was my running back 1. I had to upgrade and get Bijan because I'm like, I need a real 1 now.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's working out. 20, I got Pacheco. We got some names in similar places here. So I got Pacheco here at 20. I'd like to see him get more involved before I just hand him the keys. I do think that Kareem Hunt's still going to have some activity, but I just think they're going to have some success through the air this week. So that's where I'm banking on the Chiefs to be successful. Rashad White, I got at 19. I get it, but I do have 2 running backs in the rankings here. I really like the way the Buccaneers have run the ball, and I like the way they incorporate Rashad White in the run game.
That's low.
For Rashad White?
That's low.
So it's the Rashad White week. Wow. I thought you were going to hit me with a Sean Tucker bullshit. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
Big day for Rashad White this week.
I like it.
Take
18.
a guess where I have him.
4.
Not that high.
Okay, I was like
6. I have Rashad White at 6, bro. I think he scores. I think he has 100 scrimmage yards.
Couple catches too to go with that. Yeah.
Scrimmage, yeah.
Love that. 18, I got Najee. Same spot you had him. I mean, listen, if he was playing the Bengals, I'd have him at 1, but unfortunately he's not playing the Bengals this
Save
week.
it for it's coming up soon. Yeah.
Sorry ass Bengals, dare I say.
Gomes, you hear that?
Dude, they are. Sorry.
Where is Gomes?
Sorry ass Bengals defense.
Yeah.
By the way, I made Gomes a George St. Pierre fan. I don't know about over John Jones, but I'm putting the work in. So don't worry, Jones. We're gonna keep it coming. I'm gonna keep influencing you. 18, I got Najee Harris. 17, I got James Conner. That's where I was like, how the fuck do you have Guerendo over James Conner?
Low.
Dude, they're getting like Trey Benson the ball a couple times now. They're getting DeMarcado the ball a couple times now. They're throwing the ball to Dortch. I'm like, I don't fuck it. They feel like when the Pats just like you didn't know who to pick for the fantasy team. That's how they feel right now, except, minus the
greatness.
The greatness, yeah exactly. Them being the fucking Arizona Cardinals. 16, I got Chuba. I feel the same way. I think it's a really, really tricky week against the Philadelphia Eagles, but I'm very high on Chuba, so that did have me put him just above that 20 spot.
Could it be like a sneaky Jonathan Brooks week?
It could. I'd love to see what his over-under's at. I just think they've given him the ball a little bit more each time that he's gone out there, and they know that he's really good, and I think the Panthers are going to be one of those teams that, like, they're going to be a committee. Chuba Hubbard's going to be one of those guys that gets the ball in the air a lot, so I'm interested to see what the Panthers look like next year. I'm not saying any kind of playoff run, but I think Panthers might be in for a sneaky 7-win season next year, maybe 8.
Okay, we'll see.
But you have to wait until the offseason until we do bowl predictions for shit like that. So 15, I got DeAndre Swift, very close to where you had him. I think he's going to have a good week against San Fran. Nothing crazy, but I think he's going to be worthy enough to be in this list. 14.
Oh.
James Cook at 14. Steve, listen, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. He either, he gets his 2 touchdowns, and they don't fucking play him after that.
Bro, he scampered. He didn't need any other touchdowns.
But that's the thing. When you're talking about these fantasy, we're getting 10-1. Like, I want 20+ from these guys. We're getting James Cook getting to that 8. Now, I know this past week he got over the 20-point. But when we see games like this, it's like they go up and they just stop.
Yeah.
And then Ray Davis gets a touchdown at some point. Then Ty Johnson will get some shit like that. Josh Allen will rush one in. I'm like, listen, dude. I get it. They're playing the Rams. They're so beatable on the ground. James Cook is a fucking dog. But what's to tell me he's not going to get 10 carries, 60 yards, a touchdown, 2 catches, 14 yards in the air, and they just fucking stop when they're up 40? That's kind of my thought process here. And it's like, and I get that the Rams might sneaky win this game, but
I think as long as Kincaid is missing time, fire up. Fire him up. Let James cook.
Let James cook, dude. I get it, man. I think we get 15 points out of James Cook this week, and I think he just stops. I think that's what we're looking at.
Not 13, on my rankings. That's why you listen to me.
Hey. Pipe down over there, because Breece Hall's coming up at 13. Listen, I think Aaron Rodgers fucking sneaky hates Breece Hall. I
think so?
Dude, I think he's sneaky because Breece Hall just like keeps having these moments where he's like, he lets the team down with a fumble or some shit like that. And Aaron Rodgers is the type of guy to hold a grudge, as we know.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go Breece Hall here at 18. It's just like the talent, the ability of him to just go off at any point. It's always there, but not loving anything that the Jets do. What else is new? 12, same spot. Tony Pollard. Think he has a really, really good week. 11, I'm high on this guy. I don't think I'm as high as you are because I think that you have this guy up at the sneaky like top 5 marker. But I got Chase Brown here at 11.
Oh, God, yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
At 10, this is where I have Breece Hall.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, he runs the ball better than any running back Aaron Rodgers has ever had in his career. And I know I'm saying that over Aaron Jones. Like, I do honestly feel that way. But there's just something like about that entire Jets team. It's just like not clicking. Like it is what it is. Not their year. And let's not fucking award the New York Jets or a catastrophe of a franchise like the Chicago Bears a top 10 spot in the power rankings ever again until they fucking prove it.
Who the fuck did that, dude? Kev stole my list and he had a write-in. Ridiculous. I give the guy a write-in. He writes the Jets. It's crazy.
At 9, Kyren Williams. I think he could get in the end zone, but it's been quite some time since we've seen a 100-yard performance, and I don't think this is the week.
This is the week.
Yeah?
This is the week.
If he gets 100, he's not getting in the end zone.
I disagree.
Yeah?
I think he gets 100. He gets in the end zone.
8, Achane. Home versus the Jets. He's going to catch 5-6 balls. Dude, they run like so many design screen passes to him that are like extensions of the run play. It's like actually crazy.
It's so fun to see too, though. It's like it's a real good. It's like refreshing to see an offense do something new like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I couldn't agree more. Like Achane's a gadget player, and if they come into the year with a bolstered offensive line next season, you're talking about a guy that's going to be drafted in round 2 in fantasy leagues. Like not a doubt in my mind. 7 right above him, James Conner. Dude, like I just think the Cardinals skill players like show up when it comes down to like playing in Arizona, and this is all or nothing. Like if Arizona loses this, like it's gonna be a really hard obstacles for them to overcome to obtain whatever they want to.
Because it's out of their hands. If they lose this, it's actually out of their hands.
Yeah,
it's like they need Seattle to lose a bunch, and they need to go win out.
Yeah, absolutely. So they got to make it happen. Right above him, Rashad White. Rashad White's going to ball out this week, Twan. Remember I said that to you.
I love it.
Remember I said that to you.
Rushing and receiving. So we're going to do scrimmage yards. Let's take something crazy.
120 scrimmage yards for him.
Down. I think he's going to have plus money at like 80 total.
Of course he is, but that's why I'm saying.
Run it up.
Yeah. Dude, the rushing and receiving line, like I'll take yardage like that all day long.
All day.
It's like, dude, Saquon covers like 120 on that all day long.
Covers it in 3 quarters.
Yeah. In the third quarter. Just the third quarter.
Literally, dead ass.
At 5, this is where I have Chase Brown. Big week out of Chase Brown. Even if they pass the ball a shit ton, look, they're not going to give the ball to fucking Herbert. Like, he's going to run the ball, like, so much this game. Like, I really feel like they're going to play with a 10-plus point lead for a majority of this game. 4 is where I have James Cook. So, yeah, like, I totally feel differently than you. Also, like, my list has a lot less names on it. So, I mean, I feel like if you were working with my list, you'd probably have James Cook a little bit higher as well.
3 guys above James. Yeah.
So
I got 3 guys above him that play on Thursday.
3, I have Bijan. 2, I have Kamara, and 1, I have Saquon. I do just kind of feel like Minnesota's going to be like, hey, anyone can beat us but Bijan. So I just think, like, after he just had a big week versus the Chargers, I'm not saying, like, he's going to put up, like, 8. Like, he's had a pretty consistent floor of, like, 14, 15 points. But maybe it's not an end zone week. Maybe Algiers a little bit more involved. Like, those are all things to just consider with this matchup. Kamara's due for a touchdown. It's been 6 weeks straight. And I can't have anybody else other than Saquon at 1. Danielle literally says to me every single day, she's like, I'm going to just buy you a Saquon Eagles jersey. I'm just going to buy you one. I'm like,
can't do that.
Danielle.
You can't do that.
You need, when we get out of the studio, you need to help her understand why that can't happen.
Ugh. Oh my God, that'd be so funny.
That's Juan's gonna show up in next Tuesday with a Saquon.
Dude, I'm literally wearing a Saquon Eagles jersey next week. You've done it, buddy. You've done it.
Oh,
Steve, at 10, I'm going Bucky Irving. I think this guy's a fucking monster, and I think he's the featured back in that offense right now. Especially when it comes to handing the ball off, Bucky Irving's the guy that want to hand it to.
I actually think like he's been like just hobbled up with this injury, and like they might just get to a point in this game where they're just like, hey, like we're gonna need you. We have a perfectly capable dude here.
Yeah, they do. They really do. And they mix in Sean Tucker well enough, so it's like it is. I know I've been just fucking shitting on. I mean, it's all a joke, guys. It's literally a fucking joke. Relax. But they got other ways that they can win, and they don't need Bucky Irving to do it. But I do think that Bucky Irving's going to have his thing. Like, they get in the red zone, I do think they're going to use him to get in the end zone. So I like Bucky Irving here at 10. 9, I got Kenneth Walker. I can't put him any higher right now. He's been disappointing to me. Need him to step up this week. If he doesn't, you're in timeout, pal.
Yeah.
You're in fucking timeout. 8, I got Knuckles. You got to put, and don't worry, I put him closer because at 7, I got Jacobs, and at 6, I got Sonic. So they're all in the same game there. I think we're going to see a lot out of the rushing team, even though I think there's going to be a lot of passing in that game as well.
I think the game script will cater a little bit more towards Gibbs, but later on in the game, I think Lions will try and control the clock, play it real slow, punch one in early if they get the ball first with Monty. But I think like they're going to try and control the speed, the pace, and Gibbs is the guy to like kind of do that.
They definitely, especially if they want to go to the outside. I can see them just trying to have Monty beat them up a little bit. So it'll be a healthy mix. Got to put them close. I think this is one of those weeks that they're going to be neck and neck with each other.
Every week they are.
Yeah, I think Gibbs is just taking a little bit. Like each week he edges out each week just a little bit more to me. It's in the passing game, honestly. 5, I got Kamara. 4, I got Kyron. Like I said, I think Kyron's having a big week. Kamara's going to have a good week. At least 15, 16 plus. 3, I got Achane. I think Achane's going to have a monster week. I think that running, passing, all of it, I think he's just going to destroy the Jets. 2, I got Bijan, and 1, I got Saquon. Saquon's 40 burger this week. Done, right in stone. It doesn't fucking matter. They're playing the Panthers.
Wide receivers. Maybe we'll align on this 20.
We're due, right?
Darnell Mooney?
Damn it. I got Dobbs.
Okay. Nah, no, definitely no Dobbs in the rankings this week. Mooney here at 20. He's look, this was a guy that was a huge part of, like, their offense. And, like, London went down and everybody thought Mooney was going to ball. And, like, it just wasn't the case. So, like, now that London's getting back to, like, a little bit closer to 100%, maybe Mooney gets a healthy workload back.
So having London helps Mooney's game a lot more.
For sure.
Yeah.
At 19, didn't even want to have a Bears wide receiver, but I feel like if I have to pick one, it's Keenan Allen. Dude's playing lights out. When their offense is able to move the football, another team I didn't want to have a wide receiver. Wide receivers were tough. 18 is Garrett Wilson. Didn't feel great about him. Devontae Adams definitely had a bigger week last week. 17, MHJ. I don't think he has a duplicate performance to the solid day he had in Minnesota, but enough to be recognized here in the rankings. 16 above him, though, drafted a whole round later, Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey's playing really good football. It's another line that you can feel safe about 50 or 60 yards now that Herbert's actually throwing the football like that and McConkey's a little bit more acclimated. 15, JSN. I almost had JSN above DK this week. I really did, but had to still have a little bit of a separation. 14 is Shakir, 13 is CD, 12 is where I have DK. I can't have CD in the top 10 with the way like things are going in Dallas. I feel really good about Shakir's rankings and role in that offense. He's a 1. He is a 1.
He is.
And like I said, 12 DK. He hopefully he gets in the end zone. Like for you DK owners, he's due for a big 16-ish point day, if not more than that. And 11, I have Calvin. Really didn't feel great about it, but I know he didn't have the game he wanted to versus Washington. He's actually been pretty hot.
He has. He has. Ridley's been in my rankings the past couple of weeks. I left.
You got fucking Romeo Doubs in there before Ridley.
I really do sneaky think I think he's gonna have a day. I really do.
He might not even play.
No, he's come on.
Short week.
Come on, they kept him out last game just so we can play this week.
Yeah, that's why.
I'm telling you, I did. I literally talked to LaFleur.
Yeah. Well, thank God you talked to him.
From Dodgeball.
Yeah.
So at 20, I got Romeo Doubs.
Instead of coming dressed with an Eagles jersey, please come dressed as him next week.
As Peter LaFleur?
Yeah.
Dude, I want to come as White Goodman. 19, I got Ladd McConkey. I agree. I mean, this is the guy for... He's the guy for the Chargers. 18, I got Khalil Shakir.
Similar.
Like Shakir a lot. And I think this is just good. Khalil Shakir has sneaky top 10 potential this week, but played it safe, put him at 19 or 18. 17, I got Pickens. Like the way he's played week after week. 16, I got D-Hop. I think D-Hop's just a lock for 4 catches, 60 yards, maybe a touchdown once in a while, but sometimes it's more than 60 yards, sometimes it's more than 4 catches. It's just he finds a way to get himself some points and worthy to be in your lineup. 15, I got Donald.
Worthy. You see what you did there?
I didn't even fucking know I did that. Good call. It's a good call out. 15, I got Mooney. So I got him a little bit higher than the spot that you had. I agree with your statement that Drake London going in.
I got you on that Mooney train.
I know, bro. We're on that fucking Mooney train, bro. We're literally on it. 14, I got Brian Thomas Jr. Listen, dude, he has a terrible quarterback for him now. But he still fucking caught a drag route and ran it fucking 60 yards. So, like...
Mac missed him on a wide...
Dude, Mac missed him for 15 fantasy points.
In one throw.
Bro. That was such a...
That was your quarterback!
I'm so happy that he didn't get that because I'm sitting there just sweating out this Texans bet and I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
Can't believe that Jags fucking backdoor covered that too. Good on you, Lou. Don't worry, I didn't forget. 13, I got Jaden Reed. I think they're going to try and hit the field deep with Jaden Reed a couple of times this week, so got my eyes open there. 12, I got CD. I almost didn't put him on, dude, because I'm like, Cooper Rush is fucking terrible. The Cowboys are fucking terrible. But then again, like, they're playing the Bengals, so, like, you kind of got to put him in there. And 11, this is ridiculous. Maybe he doesn't deserve it, but because of how he played the past couple weeks, I have Jerry Jeudy at 11,
okay.
dude.
I thought I was waiting for you to say Adam Thielen. I was about to roast
No.
I really was because the last sentiment that we talked about Adam Thielen, you said he was better than Neighbors.
He got crushed. I didn't say he was better than Neighbors. I scored him higher than Neighbors that week. Scored him a little bit higher that week. I scored him higher than a lot of people that week.
Yeah. But you were fucking wrong, and his career's been downhill ever since.
I know, he got fucking hurt. Caught a touchdown.
Welcoming a new name to the top 10, week 14.
You son of a gun. Who?
Take a guess.
Give me a conference.
AFC.
Okay, AFC. Rashad Bateman.
Nope.
He's not playing this week. He's not.
Jacoby Myers.
I like it.
Jacoby
I dig
Myers. Yeah. Dude, this is a team that's going to pass the ball 40 times a game.
Dude, when the GOAT's throwing you the ball, Aiden O'Connell, like, how can you not? How can you not figure it out?
My God. 9 is where I have Cooper Kupp. Been disappointing performances. Are you checking to see if Kupp's on that list? You snubbed him. You snubbed him over fucking Romeo Dobbs, you scrub. Would you say Adam Thielen above Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, I know. Adam Thielen's literally better, dude. All right, let's just say it how it is. Cooper Kupp's a top 10 guy on this list this week. If I'm not dumb.
Yeah. at 8, Mike Evans caught a touchdown last week. Think he gets over 100 yards. Don't think he gets in the end zone. It's Cade Otton day. At 7, Puka Nacua, just a couple spots ahead of Kupp. He's been getting the.
I got no. I was like,
Okay.
I wanted to see where I had him.
Okay, just making sure.
That's why I had to do the double take. I'm like, did I fucking put one and not the other?
2 in the top 6. Higgins at 6 and Jamar Chase at 1. Dude, first the Cowboys. Give me all the Bengals. Give me the Bengals all day long. 5. First top 5 appearance. Take a guess.
Dude, my guess has been so shit. Let's go.
God, there's 8 teams out of here.
I know.
And I said more than half my list already.
All right, division.
AFC. I'm just saying AFC.
Just AFC. You're great.
This is taking too long.
It is taking too long. I'm
George
fucking
Pickens,
choking.
bro.
Okay, I'm choking.
Come on, you didn't hit. You're
choked
under pressure.
I literally almost screamed Amari Cooper. I don't know.
4, AJ Brown. 3, Drake London. 2, JJ, and 1, like I said, Jamar Chase.
I like it a lot. That's why I suck at fucking trivia, by the way. 'Cause you said there question.
No, as soon
I'm on
as
the
you
spot.
get
I'm
put on
like,
the spot.
yeah.
James White.
Yeah, no, legit. Well, at 10, we got DK.
Okay.
I think DK's gonna have a week. He's due. You said it perfectly. He's due. 9, I got T. 8, I got Amon-Ra. 7, I got Mike Evans. I agree. 100 yards, maybe not a touchdown, maybe 150, dude. Like, they're gonna try and get him to 1,000 this week. He's gonna have big numbers. 6, I got AJ Brown. 5, I got Puka Nacua. 4, I got a weird feeling that even though I think they'll lose this week, this guy is gonna get 9 catches, 120 yards, and a touchdown. Who is it?
Conference.
AFC. He's considered a 2, but is he really a 2?
You stumped me at my own game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I had to get your ass. I got your ass back. Garrett Wilson a 4.
Okay, yeah. I honestly wouldn't have guessed the Jet ever. So.
I didn't have. You can't.
Yeah.
Right? What's his name? Corley? Whatever the other guy they have over there. He's literally taking Adam's spot next year when Adams gets shipped and then Rodgers gets shipped.
Rookie. Good player.
Good player. So 4, I had Garrett Wilson. 3, I had Drake London. 2, I had Jettas. And 1, I think Jamar Chase. Second 50 burger of the year. Here we go.
Do you recall back to the beginning of the year, even with no week 1, who the best receiver in the league was going to be?
Don't you worry. We put our money where our mouth was, brother.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah,
good,
dude.
Good.
What was it, 10 to win 225 on him to have the most receiving yards? Yeah.
Wow. That's good shit. Yeah, I'm waiting for the rookie of the year and the MVP to cash because Daniels and Allen.
I felt so good when I had Neighbors and Allen through the first, 5 weeks. I'm like, lock. Write it in.
Yeah.
Here comes Jaden Daniels. And there goes.
I have a big payday if Neighbors catches 200 in a game. Probably not going to happen, but I'm like, bro, 2 catches, just fucking bust him. Bust him.
He can't. Dude, he could. They need the right matchup. Too bad they don't play the Bengals.
Yeah.
Dude,
you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding.
God, I think there's going to be some. Last week was a ton of points all over fantasy football. You see a lot of 150-point weeks, but
honestly, for the Sunday of Thanksgiving, usually a shit football day, it was electric.
Electric, dude. That was an awesome week of football.
It was.
We're in for a sick one this week. The fantasy finishes are going to be insane. The what was it, the Instagram reel you sent or the picture you sent of the Jameis Winston, Bo Nix?
Yeah.
My God, dude, that was crazy. For those of you who didn't see it, it's Two guys were playing each other. One guy was up by 1.9 points.
Oh, that.
The other guy had Jameis Winston, or that guy had Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston threw the pick, goes down 0.1 points, and then Bo Nix
takes
kneels
a knee, and
then goes
lost
down.
the match.
And he lost him the match. They just went, imagine sitting there watching that.
People lose family, friends, money, pride, humility, all over fantasy football. Luckily, that ain't us.
I know, buddy. You think there's... Oh, my God. That's how you tear a family apart. Fuck politics. Yeah. That's how you tear a family apart at Thanksgiving.
Football.
Fantasy football win by 0.1. By 0.1, dude. I'm never going to fucking make the playoffs in that league.
Yeah.
I'm never going to make the playoffs.
Oh, my God. But since the Sandbox fans, seriously, best of luck. We've been with you all fantasy football season. You've been with us. Thank you for sticking along. We're almost there. Stay strong. Stay tough. Don't beat yourself. That's the most important part once you get down to weeks 14 through 16. You get to 17, you're in the money. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your weekend. You guys know the deal. Peace, love, 5 stars. Nothing less.